Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on the Callisto Protocol, uh, a live-action trailer that was shot for a video game. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 10. You came out for the Pineys last night at River City Comics and at Montclair Brewing. Thanks for that. I will be at the Cherry Hill Library tomorrow. That's Monday at 7 p.m. So come out for that if you're local. You're local to me if you come out for that. And I will also be doing the live stream at 7 Sunday tonight. So this is, how do you say his name? Josh Duhamel. He's a real actor. So they hired him to be in this commercial. I assume it's just a trailer for the video game. And as I was watching it, I didn't know it was a video game at first. I thought, oh, this must be some new movie about a spaceship in the future, a prison spaceship that crash lands. And then as I'm watching it, I'm like, this feels very much like a video game. And that was, I'm thinking of my critiques, and my first critique was going to be, oh, this is like a video game. And then Tiny Lister is in it too. I caught a glimpse of him. He plays one of the dead guys. I don't know why they would bother to hire Tiny Lister in the live action promo, just to show him, like, there he is. I think that's him. I'm almost sure that's him. I mean, I get it. He's not a huge star, but he's been in movies, man, just for this shot, basically. And it's a typical video game, and I may have seen this trailer for the Callisto Protocol before because the uniform looks familiar, although I may just be confusing it with a prison uniform. But basically, you crash land on a dead moon. You're in a prison ship, and then you have to fight your way to like the control room, and then everybody's infected by some, I don't know, something that's causing them to kill each other, and you got to survive. And so I knew it was a video game the moment it ended on this shot, which is like he's out on the surface of the moon and the zombies are closing in, and then he lights up his sword, and like he had this great sort of monologue that's just like out of a video game, but very cinematic. I mean, I was on the fence about whether or not it was a movie. I mean, I definitely was leaning towards like, feels a lot like a video game, but the lines are getting blurred, right? The lines are really blurred. I mean, back in the day, sure, this would have been a movie. Would have been an awesome movie. They actually tried to make a movie. It wasn't like it was like a future prison movie. They've tried to make a couple of these movies about future prisons. They're always lame, but this looks cool because it basically combines the element of one of those dystopian future prisons with something like Aliens or The Thing. So I think it's more like zombies, alien zombies, than anything else. It looks badass, though. It really looks good. I would totally play this game. Absolutely. And wow, the money they must have spent on doing this live action. All it is a trailer. It's just a trailer. This is a name actor, a second name actor. It doesn't even have a line. Tons of effects here. Look at that effect. I mean, it's a lot cheaper to do now, but it looks good. I think that looks great. That's clearly, I don't think I think he's just acting, and they just put the monster in the shot. It's a little close to be that close to a infected monster, I would say, but this is cool. I like this scene. It's creepy. And just him being on the surface of the moon, all hunched over with the sword on his back, and then like the zombies are coming, and then he's like, come on. I'm psyched to play this game. I wonder how close it is. I wonder if they used Josh for the model of the main character. I'm kind of guessing they did. So it says, Fear takes no prisoners, and Callisto's Protocol's live-action TV spot starring Josh Duhamel. Learn what it takes to survive Black Iron Prison when the Callisto Protocol launches on December 2nd, 2022. Ooh, this looks like a fun game. it looks kind of like Dead Space, but then you've got the additional element of the prison. So it's not just, like in Aliens, that's basically Dead Space was the thing in space, right? The thing is like eating everybody and using their body parts, and it's all weird and gross and horrible. This is kind of similar to that, but then you have the added thing that this is a prison, which he's probably, I'm going to guess he's a prisoner, but he's like more of a political prisoner, a guy with lots of skills who probably shouldn't have been in here. See here, he picks up a shiv. So you're going to be using shivs and like, oh man, look at this scene. This is the prison here. Like you see this dude hung himself. So it's like, it's like a hellscape, like a prison in the future you imagine. And then, so there's different, you can understand why the spaceship is designed to try to keep you in. So that makes more sense than just a random spaceship, right? Like a random spaceship, you would think they would have exits everywhere. Not in a prison. He has to go through specific areas to get out of the prison, right? And then there'd be prisoners to fight, and I don't know what this says. It says something in blood. It's gross, though. So there'd be prisoners to fight, maybe different factions of the prison gangs, and then also the guards might be there to stop you, and then, of course, the aliens. So, yeah. Looks cool. The Callisto Protocol. Now, if I had to break this down to 3 acts, it's game, so it's not really 3 acts, but the first act, the first part of the game is going to be obviously the setup, why he's in prison, who he is, why he has probably more skills than your average prisoner, why the ship crash landed on this particular dead moon, there's some sort of malfunction, or maybe they get infected and then that's why they crash, or maybe they're infected and other ships shoot them down and he's still trying to survive. So then the end of the first act, he realizes he has survived the crash and he's got a plan to get out, right? He gets out of his cell block or whatever. Then the second act is him fighting his way through the ship, mostly. I think that's going to be most of the game, fighting through the ship. And then the third act is they probably come up with some, like, I don't know, there's some escape ship that, as the ship crashed and fell apart, it ended up on another part of the planet, and that's where the escape pod is, and if he could get to that, he could get off the planet and finally escape, and then that's probably the climax of the game. You have to escape this dead moon, and he does, and that's the end of the game. So, sign me the F up. I mean, I would totally play this game. It looks fun. I love Dead Space. I don't know if you played that. It's a creepy game. So it's got the elements of Aliens, but the Thing, which is great, and prison stuff. So the Callisto Protocol, live action trailer, nicely done, guys, nicely done, and good job of hiring real actors to be in it, because I think that lends it. I mean, I thought it was a movie. Maybe that's the intent. They're gonna do a movie based on the video game. I mean, you got the video game. Seems to be all here. So. All right, that's it from me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odyssey, BitChute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I got the news blast loading up now. 7 o'clock is the live stream, the Sunday live stream. Sunday at 7, live stream. We're going to talk about movies and the box office, a strange box office. And again, don't forget, I will be at the Cherry Hill Library tomorrow at 7 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. We'll see you in the next one.